Hello there. Today I'm decided to make a video about binaural recording techniques and ASMR recording techniques, I guess, and about the way we perceive sound, as there's been some confusion in the ASMR community, I guess, about what is binaural, and so I thought I would make a video explaining it. As a quick note about me, I've just studied for 3 years doing audio and music technology at university, so I'm fairly knowledgeable about recording and all of that process. So this contraption in front of me here is my current binaural recording setup, I guess. So here I would wear this on my head. So I've got a pair of ear defenders here that I would wear, and then I've duct taped to the side some microphones. So over here on the left side and on the right side I've got 2 omnidirectional microphones, and these are meant to replicate the ears. That's why they are on the outside, because they are as close to human ears and what I am hearing as possible, but at the same time I can wear some in-ear earplugs, earphones, and still hear what is going on. So let me talk a bit about what is binaural. So the recording process of binaural just basically means we're trying to get as close to the human hearing as possible. So we're doing techniques that simulate the human hearing and how we hear sound. So this here is meant to be my head, this piece of foam, and then I've got these spaced apart of roughly where somebody's ears should be, the distance between the 2 microphones. So in order to understand binaural, we need to understand how we can localize sound and tell where it's coming from. So the way we perceive sound is through, I guess there's 3 main ways and main differences. You've got the time of arrival difference. So we perceive sound from a source, say over here. This will reach your left ear a lot quicker than it will your right ear. And that means that, judging by the time delay between our 2 ears, our brain will instantly calculate where it is. But it doesn't only use this information. The other information would be the difference in the level of sound. So if a sound is much louder on this side than it is on this side, then we know that it's probably going to be coming from around here. And the third difference, and this is more subtle, is the filtration between the sound captured in each ear. So this is the actual characteristics of the sound. So this is a piece of foam here is trying to simulate the human head. So the sound sounds very muffled and distant, I guess, on one ear than it does on the other ear if I'm talking over here. So when we hear a sound from the right ear, or a sound from the right side, sorry, it has to travel all the way through our heads to get to our left ear. So it's going to sound very weird and muffled. And also our pinna, the outside of our ears, they also filter sound and make the sound different from when it comes. If it comes from in front of us or behind us, we can tell by the characteristics of the sound. Now, obviously, we can't perceive any of this really, because it happens almost instinctively. Our brain does it without us even realising or thinking. We can't actively hear these minute differences. But those are the three main ways that we localise sound. And so when you make a binaural recording setup, you need the time of arrival difference to be exactly the distance between our ears, and it needs to be the same as our ears. And that also means that the level needs to be the same, but that can't be achieved without putting something in the way to simulate the human head. Although we do hear through our head, we can hear vibrations through our skull. And here, this is what quite a lot of ASMR artists use. It's a Zoom H4n. It's quite popular. But if you have a look, the microphones here, this is what a lot of people will label as binaural, when it's actually not binaural. See this, there's two microphones, and they're at 90 degrees, and you can turn them to be a bit wider. But these two microphones are in what's called an XY recording setup. So they are 90 degrees to 130 degrees roughly, and they're both cardioid microphones. And that's a massive difference between these, which are omnidirectional. So these microphones here, they pick up sound from everywhere equally. And the microphones here on this Zoom, they only pick up sound in a bubble in front of the microphone. And also, because the microphones are right next to each other, you've not got any time arrival difference that you would have with these microphones here, and you don't have the level of filtration that you do between the ears that you do when recording in binaural. So binaural sounds very realistic when you listen on headphones. It sounds like you're right there. But when you listen to it on speakers, it can sound quite weird, as what is meant to be left and right is kind of in front of you and left and right where your speakers are. So binaural doesn't really work very well with speakers. It sounds a bit weird. But the Zoom in XY, that works well on speakers. And there's lots of other recording techniques. But yeah. So if you'd like me to talk about something else, then please leave a comment. But yeah, I hope this has been informative. You've enjoyed it. For me personally, what I'd like to know, actually, from you guys is what kind of relaxes you, what sends these ASMR tingles. Is it the kind of, if you close your eyes, you can imagine and be transported somewhere because it sounds like you're in a room with somebody as they're walking away, and it sounds really realistic, and you can just imagine that you're somewhere else? Or do you like the kind of sound that can be made by touching the microphones? Because when you're touching the microphones like this, it's not too important to have amazing binaural recording technique. So please let me know. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, you want me to make a video about something else, then yeah, let me know. I shall be making some videos with brushing and other, maybe some tapping and scratching kind of sounds, and maybe I might do some more narrating kind of things going from ear to ear. But yeah, tell me what you like, and thanks for watching.